Everybody.
Morning.
Welcome in. Let us know what you're reading. I have Katie here with me. Also, wish her a happy belated birthday because her birthday was a couple days ago. Katie, what are you reading?
Also, wait, side note, when is your birthday? Because you're also a Taurus.
May 19th.
Okay, so you're like, oh, you're a day before my fiance.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'll remember it that way. Anyways, I'm reading Storm of Secrets and Sorrow by Melissa K. Rorick, which is the sequel to, oh my god, I forget the name of the title. It's like Reign of Shadows and Endings.
Oh, I was
to
looking at that book the other day because you told me to read it. And I was like, should I put this as one of the options as the Who Did This
Yeah,
to You
oh
book?
my god, it's so good. Like you can see how chunky this is, but I'm so excited. Like the first book was just as chunky, and I think I read it in like 24 hours. Like granted, I was also traveling on airplanes and whatnot. So I had a lot of time to just sit and read. But it's like it's dark fantasy romance, so it's like a dark romance in a fantasy setting, whereas like sometimes say people say dark fantasy romance, they just mean like a dark fantasy with romance.
Mm-hmm.
There's no good way to like differentiate them, but this is slightly dark romance in a fantasy setting, I will say. So I like it's a little bit darker. And then like if you look, the pages are like all like the chapter headings are really cool. You find another one. Like look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
vibes.
And apparently this author has like 9 series planned in this universe. And this is only the second one. The first one is the Lady of Darkness series, which I
Mhm.
would probably read after this because I really am like addicted to her writing at this point. So
So many people have been freaking out about the Lady of Darkness series
yeah.
lately. Like a lot of people were reading it for Realmathon and like absolutely loving it. So I
Yeah.
really need to get to her
You
books.
definitely just can do like a large cast of characters with like a lot going on. Like this is just like I feel like constantly like new crazy stuff is happening. So
We get some happy
yay.
late birthdays. You guys
Thank you everyone.
are.
And I'm going to Barnes and Noble later for my birthday gift. So I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna ask if you guys had finally went, hi Val. Okay, give us the absolute like must-have list that you're going to buy.
Okay, so I need to get Promise of Peridot. Probably The Familiar. There is there's like a new Sarah Hogel one that is like a little rom-com, but it's like witchy in a small town that I was intrigued by. And then besides that, like I'm just gonna let fate decide, I guess.
That's fair.
I'm just
I
I
just
don't know what my budget is, so we'll see how crazy
yeah,
I
that's true. That's fair. I just finished The Familiar yesterday and I
Mhm.
absolutely freaking loved it.
It's a standalone?
Yeah, it's a standalone,
Yeah.
which is like I'm happy about it because I feel like it's been a while since I've read a standalone, loved it, and it hasn't, hasn't been like a whole like series, a whole thing. I feel like I
Right.
keep starting so many
Yeah.
series, but also like the characters are so good that I wish it wasn't a
Aw.
standalone.
I think it's so interesting because it's like set in a time period that I haven't read much of. Like what is it, 1500s Spain?
They
1800s?
don't give you an exact date, but yeah, it takes time during the Spanish Inquisition, which literally lasted for 400 years. But then it says it is towards the beginning of when like Madrid became known as like the capital of Spain, which was like 1591
Okay.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
So
So
it's like
yeah,
I haven't read anything set at that time, I don't think.
no,
So
me either. It was like a learning experience. But also it is historical, but it's not like overwhelmingly so. I feel like the um summary of that book, people are getting a little scared because it seems very historically oriented,
Mhm.
but it's very approachable, like the way that she introduces you to every little thing. And
Yeah.
also the magic system. There's 0% info dumping in that book. I was actually shocked.
She is just a queen of
She's
writing
such a
books.
queen.
Yeah.
She's just so good at writing. It's like actually unfair.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be reading A Promise of Peridot. I'm starting it today. I'm just trying to find a good summary because I just don't remember all of the details of the ending of Dawn of Onyx. And I feel like a lot happened at the end. So I'm going to try to find that on the first sprint before I jump into this one.
I'm going to try and find it for you right now.
So sweet. Thank you. Let's catch up with the chit chats. Let us know what you're reading. Hi, Sarah. I'll be reading Akasif. Oh my gosh, put it off for as long as I could. Does anyone know when we'll get the next book in the series? I don't know. I don't think she's announced it, but why have you been trying to put that one off? It's literally so good. And that's coming from someone who wasn't a fan of Nesta going into Akasef and then came out the other side being a diehard fan of Nesta. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Bay. Morning, besties. Happy late B day. I'll be listening to Butcher and Blackbird for a bit while I do some chores. Productive queen. And then I'll switch to Wild Love when I'm done. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you to read Wild Love. Happy belated birthday. Anyways, I have to go. Oh, okay. Bye, Gabby. Hello. Working on a final project for my library science class. Wish I was reading. Well, you're being productive. So absolutely love that for you. Reading Icebreaker. I loved Icebreaker. The Uber scene continues to live in my mind rent free.
Yes, that one. Old Flames and New Fortunes.
I got The Familiar last week. I'm so excited to start reading it. It's in my most recent vlog, so I won't say too much about it, but it's like one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. She just does such a good job. A Fate Inked in Blood, only at 14%.
I love that one. It just gave me all the Viking feelings that I, because what was the first Viking book that was really popular in like YA a while ago? It was an Adrian Young one, I think.
Yeah, I read it, and I don't remember the name.
Yeah, and like it was like good, but now this is like Vikings with like more fighting and like actual like spice, so it was giving what it needed to give for the Viking setting. And
Sky in the Deep.
Yeah, it's just that book. I remember like it wasn't really like too Viking-y. It was just like more emotional in a Viking setting.
It was very emotional. There was like one big battle scene, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. I still have to read A Fate Inked in Blood. I get nervous because I don't like love Viking books, but I feel like I haven't read a lot of good ones yet, you know?
Yeah. There's this like other one that, oh my God, it's like a Heart of Stone or something that has like this ripped Viking man on the cover that I've also heard is really good, and it's like an older fantasy romance. I'll have to find it, but I've heard that one's also really good.
Yeah, send it to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a sneeze coming on, so if I mute really fast, it's because I don't want to hear my sneeze. Oh my gosh, I hope you're loving Heartless Hunter. I loved that book so much. It's so fun. Picked back up Dark Elements series on
that's the JLA series with the gargoyles. I think I read that one, yeah.
Currently reading The Ever King. Didn't want to read Silver Flames just to wait endlessly for the sequel. Is the next book in the ACOTAR series going to be a sequel?
Yeah, I guess like it's more so like a standalone in the world, because then the next one's going to follow like different characters. So I feel like you get a satisfactory ending in that one because it's just like one book for one couple, and then the next book in the ACOTAR world is we don't know who yet, but it's going to focus on different characters.
Yeah, I feel like Silver Flames is very full circle. Like you get a whole ending to it.
Ugh, it's like one of my favorite Sarah J. Maas books.
It's so good.
So good.
Oh my gosh, Cassian is everything. Reading Air of Fire for Honest Fiction Book Club. Oh my gosh, love.
I think Air of Fire and Queen of Shadows are my two favorites in the Throne of Glass series.
I agree. Would you recommend The Familiar to people who don't like historical fiction but love Leigh Bardugo? Yes, because it doesn't read like you don't have to know a lot of like history. It also reads very contemporary. Like it doesn't read like an ancient book, if that makes sense. Also, if you liked Ninth House and Hellbent, those had like some, I guess it's not super historical because it does take place in like a contemporary time period at Yale, but The Familiar has much more to do with the occult during that time period. And so did Ninth House and Hellbent. She really likes to write her adult fantasies about like the occult, and it has a very similar tone and mood to the Alex Stern series, if that's helpful. So I would recommend it. It doesn't feel super duper historical to me, besides like the time period. Good morning. Oh my gosh, reading A Ballad of Never After. Makes my heart happy.
I know. I love them so much.
I love it. I'm excited for Steph Garber's like Christmas time novella to come out. It's coming out soon. It's not coming out around Christmas.
No, it's coming out in October, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you see the like special edition box set with the black and not the black, the white and the red? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I like don't need to spend money like this. It's so pretty.
You're like, I don't need to spend money, but also please take all of my money.
I'm really curious to see like after that what she's gonna do, because I think she's gonna continue writing in the same universe. And
I think she would, because she like loves it.
she
so
literally
much.
like all of the bonus epilogues for Curse for True Love like heavily hinted at what the next books are going to be, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I agree.
We'll
Seemed like she was setting up some other characters.
Yeah, but it's not clear exactly which characters, but I have thoughts.
Yes. Me too. Yeah, Adrienne Young has a good writing style. I liked her Fable series a little bit better than Sky in the Deep.
Yeah, but the Pirate was good. I feel like she's just a good like emotional heavy hitter.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Strange the Dreamer, that's one of my faves. I like have not read that book in so long. I feel like I need to reread it. But
I have been thinking about rereading it recently, because the first time I read Strange the Dreamer, I didn't love it. I think I gave it like 3 stars, but then I gave Muse of Nightmares 5 stars. Like I just felt like it was so much better. But now I feel like if I went back to it, I would give it a completely different rating.
I think it's definitely like a book that you kind of need to like digest a little bit, but like the writing is so beautiful, and like it's just the mystery. I love it. And Laini Taylor has like not come out with anything since.
I know.
Like, where are you, Miss Laini Taylor? We need more.
We need you. Please come back. Please write something else. Oh my gosh. I got really lucky. My audiobook for Heartless Hunter came in on my Libby like right when I was planning to start the physical book, and I was like, the reading gods are blessing me today. This is me.
We got High Court. That's my friend.
Is all the words, you have no idea what they mean. I really don't think. I mean, there's some Spanish words in The Familiar because they're in Spain, but it's also they translate it like the next line so that you know what they're saying. But there's not like historical words. It's really written quite contemporary. Like it's not confusing or like archaic in any sense of the word. You know what I mean?
I will say too, like if you read on Kindle and you highlight the word, it will define the word for you, which I've found very helpful when I'm like, I don't know what.
The Kindle really helps us lazy girl readers that are like, I don't feel like looking up this word. And then you just click on it.
Like when going to your phone and Googling is too far away.
Yes, absolutely. Love. Good afternoon. Just finished one of your audiobooks. Nice. We'll be focusing on my book club pick. No one saw a thing, which we're supposed to be discussing tonight. You can do it. We're going to start our first sprint in a couple seconds. Good morning. Oh my gosh, yes. Good evening. I wonder where you are. Just finished something before joining The Patient by Jasper DeWitt. So now I need to pick what to read. If you have options, let us know and we can maybe help. Cute.
Oh, thank you. I love fruit themed clothing. So
are they little cherries?
Yeah, they're cherries. And it's like this like nice like stretchy ruched fabric. I mean, it's a Shein top. So
love.
And it's got like a little like peplum on the bottom, so I find it like nice and flattering.
Flattering, comfy,
Mhm.
stretchy,
Yeah, like
cute.
it's the moment.
All right, we will get into our first sprint. We're going to do 45 minutes. I'm being a little bit of a rebel because this ambient room does have music. I have just been feeling like musical ambient rooms, but if you're watching the playback of these sprints and you find that it is muted and there's no music, it's because it was copyrighted. But we'll see how it goes. I feel like this one might not, and it also has some like little ambient sounds. It's this little cute fairy tree house.
I love ambient rooms literally so much. They're life changing for reading.
They're so good. They make you super speedy. So, we will start our first sprint. Oh my goodness, what just happened?
I don't know,
Here
but
we
I like
go.
the background there.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back. How did we do?
Let's see how many pages I read. On my Kindle, it says page 51. So I gave up because this book is too thick. And I was like, I don't know about holding this. So physically, where am I? Like in the physical book, I'm only up to page like 30 something, but on my Kindle, it says I'm at page 51. So
Let's take the Kindle page.
I picked the Kindle page. Yeah, I was just like reading and I'm like, oh my god, this is just like too heavy. So this will be my book trophy for my shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably read it on
Absolutely.
Kindle.
Yeah. Sorry about the back and forth about like turning the ambience on and off. I was trying to lower the volume a little bit because it seemed like really loud. So I was just trying to like lower it in the beginning
I
there.
didn't even notice. So
Oh, okay, good.
yeah.
I read 26 pages. I was trying to fight with my printer because I'm making a bullet journal spread for the familiar. So I was printing out some pictures and I finally got it to print. But I read the summary for this book on Goodreads because I figured that would give me a little bit of a recap from where the first one left off. And it did a pretty good job. And then we've had some recap in the first 26 pages.
Yeah, I
So
tried to find like a spoiler filled like review for you, but I couldn't find anything.
yeah, I was like, let me just read the summary because that should be sufficient
No,
with like the characters of what's going on. And I think it was pretty good.
no, but like let me tell you when I opened this huge book and there was hold on. Ooh. A recap. I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
yes,
Stunning.
thank you. Because I have a pea brain and I don't remember all the details. And then I started reading and I kept flipping back, like, oh yeah, that did happen. So it was
Hmm.
lovely. I petition every author to include that in all of their books because
For real. I mean,
yeah.
some will do like a light recap in the first couple chapters, which is always really helpful as well. But sometimes they don't and they just continue with the story right away. And you're like, oh boy,
I feel
I
like
don't remember.
the trad pub model is to like you have to integrate the summary like into the story itself in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
you do it like subtly. That's what I've noticed in a lot of like trad books, but I think it's just easier to just have like a page with like the bare bones. This is the information that you need to know.
Yes,
It's beautiful. It's lovely and it helps me.
I agree. I
And then you can
totally
just dive
agree.
right in.
Period. How was that sprint for y'all? Did some tidying and had dinner. What was for dinner? That was the first one. 31 pages of Pearls of Lutra. I've never heard of that. Interesting.
Cool.
Yay, I'm so happy you're loving your book. 21%. That was really good sprint
Nice.
for you. Just joining, but I'm reading Whiskey and Sin by Emily Rath.
That's like a
Nice.
good name for a book.
Yeah, that is a good name for a book. Um, I'm just right at the very beginning of this, so I'm not sure if I'm really liking it quite yet. Like nothing has happened besides recap. So maybe after next sprint I'll have more opinions. But I do think that the dynamic that our main characters are in now is interesting because like there was a betrayal sort of in the first book. There's like a prophecy that's being fulfilled. So it's pretty juicy. I think it'll be a pretty fast-paced book too.
I just picked up my Kindle and it's auto update.
Oh, great.
Hopefully it's done by the next one. I just picked it up and I'm like, why is it doing this?
We'll make sure that we do chit chats until it's done.
No, it's okay because I have the physical book.
Yeah.
Or my phone. With this book, I'm like just remembering like how dark the first book is because the whole thing is there's like legacies that are descended from the gods, so they have like the god power, and then there's Fae, but they're like lesser, and then the legacy heirs of each kingdom like take Fae as like a source, and it's like kind of like this bond where they take their power, so it's like this really like imbalanced power dynamic. It's definitely dark, but
Interesting. I feel like Fae are usually so OP in books as well. So the fact that they're like lesser is
Mhm.
very interesting.
Yeah, like the legacies are, and it has like modern stuff too. So it's like they have cell phones and like laptops and stuff like that, but they're also like Fae, and like, it's just like a very cool combination of like everything. But
Juicy.
it's definitely dark. I'm like, ooh, because then our main character like gets chosen to be a source for one of the heirs. Like obviously, like there's this huge like he has a lot of power over her with this bond. It's crazy.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
6 more chapters. Oh my gosh, that book reads so fast. I feel like Stephanie Garber
Oh,
is the queen of not only books ending on a cliffhanger, but like every chapter is a cliffhanger that I would have one more chapter syndrome so bad whenever I read literally any of her books.
exactly.
You want her skate partner. He's so
He's
annoying.
the worst. He's the worst.
And the hockey team is so cute in that book. You're like, just hang out with the hockey team and screw the skate partner. Like, he is
Yeah.
not it.
I don't know why. What's his name? Ryan? Was that his name?
I don't
I don't know.
remember.
I just pictured Ryan from High School Musical, like as the skating guy.
It's Anastasia and Nate Hawkins.
Yeah, but the
But
skating guy.
yeah, I forget her skate partner.
Anyways, he's the
Rob-
worst.
Yeah, he is the worst. We hate him. Aaron?
Oh, I don't know why. Well, maybe I thought that because I pictured him as Ryan from High School Musical for whatever reason. That's what stuck in my head.
He's annoying. Let me scroll back up. It's better when it's separate that way. If you've been doing the series, you don't need to. Yeah, no, I
Yes.
completely agree. Debating on what to listen to / watch while I set up my May Bujo spread. Oh my gosh, it's so
Gotta do that.
exciting.
My
I get to do
April,
that this week.
yeah, my April Bujo spray is gonna be so sad because I've read like 2 books.
I feel like we'll see. It's not just you though. Like I feel like this year, so many people, especially around the eclipse, everyone was saying like, "Why is my reading so trash right now?" And I was like, "It's the
It
moon. It's the
it
moon and the solar
honestly,
planets."
like, I don't know. Like, and I was telling you, I was like, I feel like I haven't read like as much fantasy romance as I normally do, and I'm trying to bring that back. But like, I just feel like my reading's been really weird. And then in April, I just felt like I read nothing. Like, I have like 3 or 4 books that I'm in the middle of that I just like put down and didn't pick back up. So
Yeah.
I don't
I've
know.
been doing that too. I haven't been focusing on typically. I haven't been focusing on one book. I've been reading like multiple books
Yeah, I
at
think
once. And it's not for me that's not helpful because then
no.
I'm like too spread out and then
I
I'm not
mean,
like
like,
as invested in the one book that I'm reading, you know?
yeah, so like I can do like an audio, like a different audio book and like a physical book. And I used to do like an audio, a physical, and then a Kindle book that I only read like on my lunch breaks. But now, like I kind of it's like too much. And now I just like have like 2 physical. I'm like literally looking at them sitting on my shelf. I'm like 50% through each one. I'm like, I just put them down and didn't pick them back up.
Yeah. But then when you do pick them back up, as long as you don't like wait too long, you're like, okay, I can like finish these
Yeah.
pretty
And
quick
then
because you're
like
already halfway through.
I was listening to the Selection series on audiobook and I just my loan got returned and then I had to like wait for it to come back. So then it was like
Mhm.
so long. But like since it's like really like it's definitely on like the younger YA side. It's like older. It's like super easy to fly through. It's like very which I why I like reading them on audio because I don't think I would have the patience to like physically read them anymore, but they're really fun like on audio.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm like just getting back into that because I feel like there's been so much music that's come out lately that I've been like wanting to listen to. So I like will listen to music instead of reading my audiobook.
We have been blessed. Like my Spotify is eating with all of the songs that have recently come
I
out. Like I'm
know.
obsessed.
I know.
It's so good. Um, mentioned Fae Farm. So you got it, flew through it in like 10 days. Oh my gosh, I love.
I love
Yeah,
State Farm.
Fae
I
Farm
need to
is
get
so
back.
cute. I was romancing the like most toxic relationship in that that you could. It was like the Fae that had does he have white hair or black hair? I think he had black hair, but he was like so mean to you and you just had to be so nice to him and like keep giving him gifts. And I was like, I kind of want this to be like an enemies to lovers. What
Your own enemies to lovers simulation. I honestly didn't even get up to the part where there are fae. Like, I'm so slow in video games.
Oh my gosh. For me, I hyperfixate. Like I am just like you, honey, where I was like, I am going to speed run this game because I'm actually obsessed with it. And I was doing like all the different like mining levels, and then I was doing the like Fey world to get all of like the resources. And then I just like burnt out and I haven't picked it up in months at this
I want to
point.
get back to it. I just think like I like to play it like while I like watch YouTube, and I also like I haven't read, I haven't like been watching like booktube. I don't know what I've been doing with my time, honestly. Just like
You've
so.
been doing wedding prep. That's what you've been doing.
I've been doing wedding prep, and then I've been like traveling, and then I've been working.
Yeah.
So
You've been
no
doing all the
time for
real world things and you haven't been disappearing into the
I
fantasy
know.
worlds
It's
inside your
like
brain.
it's so tough, but hopefully like I feel like I'm about to be like in the lull for like the wedding stuff where like most of the big things are booked, but I don't like have to start working on like the little details yet. So
Mhm.
we'll see.
Yeah.
How
That's
are you
a
feeling? You're
that's a good
soon.
place to be. Um, yeah, we're okay. On that first sprint, Ross was like, he was like, one of our guests just forwarded us an email and you need to read it. And I was like, oh God, what's happening? And we booked like a block booking for our hotel for people that
Mhm.
are traveling. And they sent out an email to all of our guests saying, hi, so we have like renovations happening and we aren't able to have any of your like rooms available. So we've like moved all of your reservations for this booking, for this like block booking to a different Marriott hotel. And I was like, okay, perfect. I love that this is how the day is starting.
Literally, what? That's it. Was it like at least like close or
Yeah, it's close. It's still like in the same area that we're having our wedding, so like it should be fine, but
did you like have to get a shuttle? Like, do you have to like redo the shuttle
I don't
stuff
want to
now?
think
Or-
about this right now.
Okay, sorry.
So
More
yeah, wedding
yeah,
stuff is it's only 2 weeks away, so we're almost done.
they're just like throwing curveballs at you just for funsies.
Yeah,
You'll be good. It'll be
just for
fine.
funsies.
Just
2 weeks in
whatever.
advance.
Whatever happens, happens. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, more din-dins and reading Golden Compass. Have so much fun at D&D. Oh my gosh. So cute. Read way less books this month because I wasn't vibing as much. Yeah. It's happening to literally all of us.
I'm hoping with like nicer weather, like I'll be outside reading more. It'll be good.
Yeah. Every month this year I've read less than the previous month. I'm trying to get out of this pattern. And like March was pretty good for me because of Realmathon. So I feel like my reading mojo is coming back to me this month.
Yeah. I'm finally feeling like I'm back to actually like having a reading routine, which is nice.
Yeah. Have you read the selection series? Cute. Super cute game. Oh my gosh, I've seen this. It
I
with
haven't.
the Shire, it's so cute. But
Gosh.
is it actually coming out? I feel like they released the trailer and then I think the release date had gotten pushed back, but now people are talking about it again. I have to look more into that game, but it looks so cute. Yeah, I'm excited when we get like our pictures back. I will definitely share some of them. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Wedding planning, it's rough out here, y'all. Okay, let's get into our next sprint. Let me fix the volume on this before I start it so I'm not doing a bunch of back and forth. It's so small. Okay. Did that sound okay? Is that too quiet? Did y'all hear it?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, perfect. I think that'll be a little bit better. Your best reading month? Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll talk about this when we come back from the
Yeah.
sprint. happy, happy sprinting, everybody.
Happy sprinting.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
I got up to page 58, and
Nice.
I'm really liking this so far. It's moving very quickly, and I also really like what's happening with the love interests.
Mm.
It's juicy. How'd you do?
I'm at page 99 now, so I read like another 50 pages, and it's just absolute craziness.
That's really good. That was a good sprint for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, it definitely is faster on the Kindle than it is physically because it's not like that far in this chunky book. It's probably only like, let's see. All right, maybe it's not too bad. It's page like 73 in this book, so like this much. It's
Yeah.
such a big book.
Just stick with the Kindle. Stop looking at the physical book.
I know, but like I just like the feeling of the book, but it's so hard to
Yeah.
read from because it's too heavy.
Yeah. That was how I felt with the Daughter of No Worlds series, because like all those books were just like so big to read from that I just read them on my Kindle.
Yeah, I got the hardcover, so like I feel like when it's hardcover, it's easier with bigger books. Otherwise, it gets to be too
Yeah.
like unruly. Yeah, because I read those physically, but if I had the paperbacks, I'd probably end up like this like particular like paperback that comes from Amazon. After like a certain size, I'm just like, nah, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like also the Zodiac Academy books. Like I
Oh
tried to read
yeah.
them physically, but like they're so big.
Yeah.
They're so big. Did you read Zodiac Academy?
Mm-mm. I've been scared because people are like, it's not for everyone. Like, it's definitely like a bully romance, and like the writing isn't great. Whenever people tell me like the
Yeah.
writing isn't great, I'm like,
It's like
okay.
I think it improves over the series, but it's just like it's so like cracky, like it's just so addicting the things that happen and it's like craziness and you like really like the characters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I It just sucks you in. I like read all of them that were out in one go and I have a vlog on my channel. Um and so like I need to read books 8 was supposed to be the last one, but now 9 is the last one. And there's like
Mhm.
3 novellas, so I need to like do like a dedicated reading vlog for those, which I don't think I'll have time to do until like after my wedding, probably. Because
Yeah.
they're like it's like 1,000 pages. I'm like, okay, well, I mean it goes fast, but I'm like, when am I gonna have the time for that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a commitment. Anything that's like a book that's like 800, 900, 1,000 pages, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, this book, see, this book is physical book is like 625 pages physically, but let's see what it is on my Kindle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Kindle book's only 656 pages.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I will, Letitia, I will put the link for the ambience in the chat on our next sprint. So that way, if you want to continue listening to it, you have that. So Christy, there's a book con called Romantasy Book Con. It's on Instagram under Fabled Fantasy Events.
Mhm.
They have one in Orlando this October, and it's like almost sold out, but they have one in LA February of next year that I'm like dying to go to. I think it will be so fun.
There's one in Boston, but it's the weekend before my wedding, so I'm like, I don't think I can do that.
Oh yeah, is that the like
The Sinners and Stardust
yeah, yeah,
event.
yeah. And it's like the ball, like you like dress up and stuff.
Yeah, I think I would maybe try to go next year as long as like I can, but like 'cause I don't have to travel or anything, right? So it's like super easy.
Hmm.
But yeah, this year it was just certainly not happening because
Yeah,
I no.
that makes sense. I think like those are the biggest ones that I've definitely really wanted to go to. There's also one
There's so
that I
many.
there's so many. There's also one that I follow called Book Harvest. BookCon. It's in Chicago and it's in October and it's like a fall spooky themed book convention that I think is really, really cool. I haven't seen any pictures from that one though. I don't know if this is the first year that they're doing that one or not.
Yeah. There's just like so many that are like popping up everywhere. I know a Polycon is like one of the biggest ones.
Mhm.
There was Readers Take Denver, which I've heard was a literal disaster this year, so who knows if that's surviving until next year. I
Yeah.
know Book Bonanza, I think that's Colleen Hoover's one.
Oh yeah.
That's also a big one, but like
There's one in the UK.
rare in Edinburgh, I think.
Yeah.
There used to be like the big one every year was BookCon, but that died in the pandemic. But that was in the Javits Center in New York City, which was it was huge, and it was like all like the publishers and stuff. And then another one that's not really influencer focused, it's like for librarians, is ALA,
Mhm.
American Library Associate, but like all the publishers go, so it's more like a trade show. So you get so many like arcs and stuff like that, whereas a lot of these other signings are more like indie author focused. So I don't know. I definitely want to go to another one at some point. I just don't think it's like happening this year, unless
Yeah.
maybe I go to one in Orlando in October, but that would probably be like I buy last minute tickets and I'm just like at my parents and I'm like, okay, bye, mom and dad.
I feel like, well, I've never been to a book signing, but I feel like I would be very intimidated and scared to
I
go
am
to
like
one by myself.
so like nervous for those things. And like I remember being at BookCon in 20 God, what was it? I went 2018. Well, I went before I started a booktube. And then when I had a booktube, I was there I think 2 years and like it was just really surreal for me. And
Mhm.
like it was very interesting. Just like I don't know, I just find like the interaction between like people that are like influencers and not like it's just a weird position for me to be in too because I'm like I'm just a normal person so it's like I don't know I feel like I'd be intimidated and shy.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be nervous to like talk to authors because I
Oh
would
my
just
god.
be like, I love your brain. But then you're like basically like, I love the spice that you write and I love your plots and your characters.
I am like notoriously I can think of absolutely not like I go up to an author and I'm like hi and
Hi.
I like I can't say anything which is so weird because I'm like pretty extroverted like I feel like I can make small talk with people. But something about being at the signing table, like I just say nothing. I freeze. I'm like I have to think like days ahead of what I'm gonna say. Otherwise I just don't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I have to go to a book signing to see how it would be, but I feel like I would be nervous too because I'd just be like, hi, I love your books.
I know, I know. Hopefully I'll get to one soonish. We'll see.
Yeah. But hopefully, Christy, that's helpful with like some of the book cons. Also, if you just like look up, if you search like book conventions, I'm sure that a lot more will pop up than like what we
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's
mentioned.
just a lot of like individual ones that are cropping up all over the place.
Yeah. I think because they're so fun and they are very popular, so people like want more of
Yeah.
them and in different places too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You finished your book. That's so exciting. 42 pages. Oh my gosh, love. Worked on your Bujo, listening to Adult Assembly Required. Nice. It's so much faster. It's scientifically proven.
I'm the scientist. I said it's scientifically proven.
Yes, exactly. Another 8%, but decided to DNF your book club book. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. But yeah,
It's just
hopefully you find a better book.
when you get in like a slump of like you're just DNFing like back and forth, it's like ugh, it sucks.
Yeah. Love that you took a quick nap and read a bit more of Ballad. I like the audio, but I think it's slightly too I don't think I've ever listened to one of the audiobooks,
Yeah, no, me neither.
but that's good to know. Um and yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are in the US or the UK.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Book Bonanza.
Last convention?
Oh
That's
wow.
I wonder why. I'm gonna look it up.
Give us the tea.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's true. Luca by Gray Huffington has a funny video talking about all the moments he's had. Yeah, I feel like it's just like intimidating, you know, like meeting an author. It can be a little awky. We are going to do our last sprint. I'm going to make this last one a little bit shorter. We're going to do 30 minutes just so that we have a little bit of time for chit chats at the end to say goodbye. Started finale. Joined late, so I didn't get through much of it, but I'm really enjoying the series. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I will say
crazy.
finale was like a little bit disappointing for me. I won't like get super into it, but I wished that there was like I wish that we just like got a little bit more. You know what I mean?
All right.
Cool. Okay, let's do our last sprint. We will do 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is so sad.
Oh no, what happened last year? I don't remember.
You have to look this up. We will be researching during this.
I know. Need the tea.
Happy reading, everybody.
Happy reading. Hello.
Hi. I will be honest, I did not read very much that last night. I made it to page 75, but I was looking up the drama of Book Bonanza last year. And then I was looking up the romantasy book con and deciding whether or not I wanted to buy a ticket.
I got to page 132, so I'm now 17%. It's crazy, but yeah, I was Googling some stuff before that, like BookCon wise.
Yeah, it seems like it was mostly just the management of the event, like people who had their like wristbands and stuff. It was kind of just not organized well. And then there was some chaotic behavior.
I feel like because Colleen Hoover is so popular, maybe it's just gotten like they can't manage it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
But the romantasy book con sounds super duper fun. But they have like a lot of different things happening. It goes from Thursday to Saturday. And they have like the one in Boston, they do like a dress up
Yeah.
midnight ball type thing. And I'm like,
It's
I don't know if
fun.
I would want to do something like that. But then they have like a normal book convention during the day, which would be really fun.
Yeah, I hope the Sinners and Stardust one like happens again in 2025 so that I can go.
Yeah. No, that would be fun. How did you all do? That was our last sprint. 43 pages. Y'all
What's
are readers today. I picked another audiobook and listened to 11%, enjoying it more. That's really good. And I updated my bullet journal, or excuse me, book journal. I'm gonna do my journal spread a little bit later today, and I think I'm gonna listen to some music because I don't have an audiobook right now, but I'm really excited.
I'm about
I
to
always
say
get so
you're
excited for my bullet journal days.
inspiring me to book journal. Also, I finally have a printer, so instead of like needing to go into work and using the work printer, I can just print things in my house. Life
Yay.
changing.
The cost of ink though is so annoying. You're like, I want to print out all of these pictures, but my
I
ink is so
know.
low.
But like I'll probably still like print some stuff at work, but like I can't like if I'm going to make like a spread with all my book covers, like I can't print out like the naked man book covers at work. So
Yeah, maybe find like the discreet covers or something. Oh my gosh. 45
nice.
pages, 3 more chapters of ballad. Yay, thanks for joining. More Switch games. The one that's I've had my eye on because my friend Sarah has been playing it nonstop and like loving it is called Sunhaven, and it's giving Stardew Valley, but like it has its own little like quirks and twists to it, but it is a farming sim and it just looks absolutely adorable. But I have never played Stardew, and they just came out with
Me
that update, and so I'm thinking
neither.
of
Do you know it's
playing
one
that soon.
person that makes all of it? Like literally only one person makes it. Isn't
That's
that crazy?
crazy.
Yeah. My friends are like obsessed with Stardew Valley. I have yet to start it, but I think I downloaded it.
Yeah.
But
I was
besides,
always such like a hardcore Animal Crossing girly
yeah,
that I was like they seemed kind of similar, and now that Animal Crossing added like some farming to it, I was like, I don't know if I want to do Stardew, but like so many people love it, and it has
mhm,
like it moves through the seasons really quickly. It's kind of
yeah,
like Fae Farm that I've played too, so I
yeah.
will play it eventually.
I do need to get back. I want to like play more Fae Farm and play more Animal Crossing. I think because it's been a while.
I love Animal. I want to start a new island in Animal Crossing.
I just like I get frustrating. I like catching like bugs and doing all that stuff, and I feel like I was terrible at decorating my island. Like I need to like look up how to actually like make things because I don't know. I'm like bad at it.
Oh my gosh. Now they have like treasure islands that you can just go to, and it has like if you want something specific or like a DIY recipe that you just like haven't come across from your island, like they
Yeah,
have treasure islands where you can go, and they have there's so many Instagram accounts that are so aesthetic of like how people
I
decorate their
know.
islands.
I need to like get super into it again and like get to that level.
Yeah. Yeah, I need something else to suck my time away from reading. 38% into funny feelings, which I'm supposed to have finished in an hour. That's fine. You'll do it.
You're almost at 50%.
Yeah. Got tea, wrote a paragraph, made it to 88 pages. Oh, my shirt says, yes, chef.
Iconic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Readers Take Denver. It
Yeah, I've
sounded,
been reading all the tea.
yeah,
Nice.
60 pages. Now at 75%. We'll probably finish later today. Yay! 19% in. Oh my gosh, yay!
Love them so much.
I actually read the whole script without getting distracted. That's such a win, Mandy. Can't care.
I mean, HR might have a problem with that.
Oh my goodness. Picked up book 1 in House of Night series for my buddy read with a friend. Oh my gosh, cute. Yeah. It's
You
like a
feel
whole
me.
thing.
You feel me, yeah.
Never tried starting, not gonna lie, the farming. Yeah, oh, I agree. Fae Farm, I did get frustrated with certain things because it felt like farming was like kind of pointless unless you wanted to like sell your vegetables or obviously like cook certain recipes.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing is not super farmy. Like they added that update, but it's really like not about farming. It's just to like cook. Like they added like that aspect to the game, but Animal Crossing is just much more creating a whole like island, like decorating it, catching bugs and fishing and stuff like that, and like finishing your museum. And like I say collecting, but like making friends with your like
Villagers.
villagers.
Yeah.
Whereas like Stardew is much more of like a farming sim. Like if you want better farming than what Fae Farm had, I think like Stardew would be a better option.
Yeah, I miss like the OG. Oh my
Farmville.
god, Farmville. That's what I was saying. Like I miss like the true like original Farmville on Facebook, and I tried to go back to see like does it exist anywhere, and it doesn't. And like I was obsessed with Farmville. It was a time to be alive.
It's so sad. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, so I have to end here. But thank you so, so much. Katie is linked down below if you want to go subscribe to her. And I will see y'all very soon.
Bye,
Toodles.
everyone. Thanks for sprinting.